I blame me. Don't blame you, blame me. Every year I feel a little more like a technical boomer, which is bad. Bad for my mental health, but we're okay. All right, let me get you guys going into the race room and we'll get started here. Yes, I'm sorry for the mild inconvenience, but we'll be getting started shortly. So just a moment, hang tight. All right, we should be able to hear Dez's stream as well. Looks like it's a little quiet. I'll turn it up once. Can we hear Dez's stream okay? That's how we're starting on. Yeah, if anything feels weird about what you're watching, just let me know and I'll keep tweaking it. Okay, good, good. All right, we got about 10 seconds before the race is going to start. Good luck to our racers. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the first race between Andy and Tracy. And we're off. Look at that. Good luck to our racers. As I said, my name's RJ. I'll be hanging out with y'all for the next hour and 15-ish minutes. If you're new here, which I imagine most of you probably aren't, the Boogey race is a race from the very beginning of the game up until getting the fly honey after defeating Boogey Tent. Both of these racers are 1-1 in the tournament so far, so this is actually a pretty big race. Going 2-1 versus 1-2 could have some big implications for the bracketing and seeding going forward. Also, the Gamba is up if you want to gamble your precious channel points on one of these racers to see who wins. By all means, get it going. Shake up the channel economy a little bit here. As you're all probably aware, for the first couple of minutes, there's just a little bit of walking back and forth. We're going to grab a cracked bat, both of them opting to get the cracked bat on the first pass through. Some people like to grab the cracked bat after getting dressed, passing the room for the final time. Small difference, but Tracy is not in the room when you're getting the bat the third time, so, you know, do what you will. But what we're looking for here is just some nice, clean movement, no bonking, no talking to the wrong person. We do not want the shush cap. We want to talk to Pokey. Both runners doing that successfully. And then they're going to go back. Pretty interesting. As I said, both of these racers are 1-1 in the tournament so far. Dez has put up a time of 1:10:39 as her best time so far. She is very capable of much more. She had I did not finish, unfortunately, in her second race. And Sitake has put up two 110s, a 110.21 and a 110.52. So pretty consistent so far. And a 110 is a good time for no reset boogie runs. As we've come to see, there's a lot of RNG in these. There's a lot of bad RNG stuff that could happen to you, specifically in Onet and whatnot. So consistently getting a 110 is a good place to be. Both racers just getting their actual clothes on, because you cannot go save the world in your pajamas unless you're doing PJ%. Very specific circumstance. Here we go, family blocking. A little bit of blocking for Dez, not too bad for Sitake. And then as soon as these two leave the house this time, then we'll finally start to see some of what Earthbound has to offer as a speedrun. The Onet Zoo is unleashed upon them. Dez exiting first. Pretty clean exit. Sitake, on the other hand, getting every animal that exists in Onet at once. Ooh, Dez getting a decent setup so far with the crow. And a snake out the gate. Yeah, should be able to walk right past that one. Sitake opting to despawn some creatures this time. Not gonna risk a snake this early. Dez pulling her snake up in the corner there. Nice movement there. So a little more treacherous for Sitake so far. Dez is already getting to the top of the hill, almost sub 5 minutes, which is pretty decent for non-manipulated times. Sitake getting a silly dog, unfortunately. Just not going just enough. There you go. Looks like Sitake is going to try and stutter step this snake. Although they might spawn something else up there now. Yep. Luckily it was a crow. Not opting for the stutter, more for the pull of that snake. Ooh, bad dog spawn. Good reaction though. Meanwhile, Dez getting Buzz. So much more treacherous for Sitake so far. Opting to use the despawn of that corner rather than pulling the snake there. Another snake up top there. Opting for the despawn instead of the stutter. And Sitake finally making it to the top. They're already separated by about a minute, but Starman Jr. is capable of leveling the playing field. But there you go. You pretty much got to see both ends of the spectrums of what the hill climb can do for you. I didn't get to see Dez's Pokepull, but you know, if anybody knows who I am, I like a good Pokepull, and Sitake let me down here. I have to say it. The most useless bit of tech possible, but you know, I like it, so that's all that matters. Meanwhile, Dez making it to Starman Jr. Let's see how it goes. You know, nice smash from Ness there. Could actually have some decent... Could help, depending. Especially with Buzz hitting a 40, that does not feel good. We need to do 200 damage to Starman Jr. to get through this fight. So Dez starting with about like 50, below 60 damage, not amazing. It was almost always going to be a 3-turn fight unless there was a crit. But there is a possibility where this could go to a 4th round, depending if Buzz wants to hit like below 7, maybe like 60. which would be really unfortunate. Luckily, that did not happen. So 3-turn fight for Dez, as Sitake starts their Starman Jr. I missed Sitake's first damage. I was staring out my window because there's people walking out there and I don't know them. Well, obviously it's less than 200 because we're going into another round. So I'm not sure about how much Sitake will need, but hopefully it does not go past a 3-turn. That's just an unfortunate thing to happen, to have to go through a 4th cycle. Nest smash. So it wasn't close, at least. 68. Okay, good. Starman down. Both 3-turn fights for these racers, so I believe they are still separated by about a minute. Pretty similar fights. Dez on her way out of Pokey's house. Let's see what kind of walk she can get. Sometimes you walk here and there's nothing. Sometimes everything is also back. All of the animals are also here. So far, so good. I delayed that because there's a couple of spawns she could have just walked past. Didn't want a commentator's curse her. She makes her way up to get her Mr. Baseball cap. Opting to equip the cap for ease of menuing in the next shopping section. Grabbing a trash burger. I haven't eaten anything today, so that trash burger... you know what? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. All right, so honestly, they're actually separated by about like a minute and 15-ish, maybe a minute 20 seconds, a little more. Oned is a problem, to say the least, though, so a minute of time is literally nothing at this point in the race. Dez using good movement to avoid some additional spawns of sharks. See how her first fight goes with the shark. Pogo guy is not very good at pogoing. He's falling over constantly. Pretty good fight. Only 1 hit for weak damage. That's not so bad. Should be able to go comfortably into this next fight without having to heal. This Pogo Punk's a little better at pogoing. Opting to be safe and use the bread roll, probably a smart idea, because if Dez happen to miss that attack, would not be good. So probably smartly healing. Yeah, not falling over and actually pogoing correctly is, you know, probably better for you in the long run. Right, hula hoop guy. Hitting for 2 damage. And he laughed about it. You know, what a good guy. The hula hoop guy is my kind of guy. Hula hoop, Yes Man Jr. is literally just vibes. He's either hula hooping you for like some damage or he's cracking up. I don't know. I feel that. That's getting hit really hard. Luckily on a heel turn. Ooh, nice smash. Meanwhile, I think that was Sitake's first punk. It was. Probably... I was about to say, I think we're going to need to heal here. Good thing they did. Meanwhile, Dez on to Frank. The Frankenstein mark, whatever that number is. I don't remember. 2. I couldn't remember what it was. Pogo Punk missing on Sitake's screen a couple of times. Dez opting to heal, being safe. Probably a good call again with the mortal damage. She probably knew she was at least 2 hits away still, so good call healing. Meanwhile, Vibes Merchant Yes Man Jr. on Sitake's screen is down. So not so bad. 1330, maybe sub 1330 Frankenstein time is really good. A smash will do that for you. All right, let's see how Frank is for Sitake here. 17, good damage. $21, good damage. Should be able to end this fight in 4 turns if you're a risky gamer. That's something nasty, using some burgers. So Sitake having to dip into their supplies a little bit. Generally not a big issue for Boogey percent races because people will opt to buy burgers, but something to make note of. You do have to buy more, so that is a time loss, technically. Fight not going so well against Frankenstein. So he does have a hamburger. I thought they might be out of heals there. I think they are currently out of heals, so could be auto fighting. If wanted to make it go a little quicker, but it's down at about just shy of 15 minutes. So they are separated by about a minute and a half. Still, kind of. I think Dez made up or separated maybe a little more by about 15 or so seconds. Dez buying her burgers. I think she would only need 5. Pretty good Frank and Frankenstein. Maybe she needed 1. I don't know, actually. But done with her burger shopping. Sitake going to participate in local government. Nice movement and menuing there. To stop just shy of the door, but use the key. Avoid the text. And Dez will start her slug grind. Let's see how it goes for her. Rowdy Mouse to start. We're not trying to be rowdy. We want the slugs. Give us the slugs. Give us what we want. The slug grind, a lot of RNG in and of itself, so Dez probably looking for the good rat spawn, so we can leave a rat there, or a Rowdy Mouse, and get some slugs instead, but getting some slugs first. Awkward fight where she is 1v1ing them. There you go, pulled the other 3. Smart. Good call. Yeah, smash that slug. Show them who's boss. That is the first of, that is the first 4 slugs. They need 22 to reach level 8. There's a couple of ways you can get there. You can either farm 4 slugs on the first floor, second floor, or whatever, or you can hit 16 slugs and try to go up to the 3rd floor of this place and fight a 6-pack. Technically, if you farm only 4 packs, you will fight 2 extra slugs, so Not necessarily as efficient, but sometimes going up to the top floor to look for a six-pack doesn't always work out either. Meanwhile, Des already down her second pack of slugs, but here comes Sitake. So, I mean, if Sitake seems to see slugs a little faster than Des, they're going to make up some time here. But Des on her third pack, so off to a pretty good start. Sitake trying to pull and get that Rowdy Mouse stuck. Unfortunately, was in a bit of a bad position for that. But, you know, coming back to slugs, the game was like, all right, our bad. Here's some slugs. So first pack for Sitake, third pack for Des. This should put her at level 7. Need 10 more slugs. So we'll see if she's going to farm one more 4-pack down here and then go up to the third floor. Really good movement by Des here to keep that Rowdy Mouse stuck farther back, but not despawn it and keep getting the slugs. Sitake on their second pack of slugs. Des on her fourth. I would assume Des will make her way up to the third floor. I'm not sure, though. You never know. Both of them having pretty smooth slug fights overall. See if Des could find a 6-pack. Nice clean second floor, though. Just go, nice clean entire dungeon, technically. Yeah, I don't think there's anything up there yet. So this is Sitake's third pack. Should be putting them at level 7. Des trying to do some finip. Move the RNG a little bit. Didn't like where it was at. Level 7 for Sitake, so 12 slugs total. That does look like a 6-pack, and it is. 4th pack for Sitake, 6-pack for Des. This is it for her, as long as she could get through the fight. Sitake done with their 4th pack of slugs. Also opting to make their way up to the 3rd floor. Meanwhile, Des just wrapping up the 6-pack. Pretty okay slug grind. Had some moments of no slugs. I don't know about that. Yeah, okay. Opting to despawn. Using the farther movement. If you want to despawn the area, that's definitely a 6-pack. So nice, good for Sitake, good find. The Slug Slam 2024. Get your tickets now. Des opting for a tougher stutter. Nice, very well done. Ooh, getting red swirled. I guess either knows their damage is too low to just... Good, no call for help, it failed. That was good. That's a little spooky, but ultimately not too bad. Des, I'm assuming not having enough health. I'm somebody who doesn't pay attention enough to know if my level up on level 8 is high enough to one-shot Antoids or whatnot, so... But I think Des is a little more... pays attention more. Meanwhile, Sitake hitting level 8, but let's see how this ant fight goes for Des. The ant has been pretty aggressively rude this whole time. 81 on the Antoid, and both Antoids down. 81, not a bad roll. Magnet, how much? Only 3, so we're still getting off... We're still getting off a second rockin', but we do not have a life up. Not necessarily the end of the world. Getting defense downed. No shield up yet. I'm sorry. Commentator's curse. This is why I don't say it. This is why I don't say things. So this will slow down the fight a little bit. Des opting to be very safe with slug and heal after every hit, which is honestly smart. You just never know. Dying here could be the difference of winning or not winning. 63 on the first rockin' for, ooh. Unlucky, man. Ant is not our friend today. So Dez is gonna have to make her way back up there. Let's see if Sitake can make it through. Ant has been severely rude to Dez this entire tournament so far. There is a shield on Sitake's Ant. I missed a lot of the earlier turns, so I do not know. Ant is always rude, period. That's very true. Ant is being pretty rude here, too. I mean, Sitake is not having an easy time getting through this fight as well. It's just a matter of if they survive or not. 45, that's not great. Yeah, it honestly does seem, and even the people, oop, there's a good smash. Ant down. Sitake is through Giant Step. It's true, it does feel like the Ant has been a little more aggressive this tournament. Even the people who are making it through the fight are kind of getting blasted. Like, that was not an easy fight for Sitake. Had to use a lot of resources. Fight took a while. I definitely missed what happened to Dez, though, specifically. But unfortunate. It's not over yet, though, you know? The Cop Gauntlet is never our friend easy either. Dez buying some burgers to make her way back up through Ant. Or make her way back up to Ant. Hopefully through Ant. We're sick of this guy. Get out of here. It's like looking at his toothy grin. Meanwhile, Sitake making his way out of the cave will have a bit of a runner high five here once they get closer to the beginning. Dez gonna try and stutter her way up. More than capable of making that happen. Honestly, true. This Ant owes us a lot. Dez trying to make her ground up. Tough stutter. Not a lot of space there. Good smash. Get her out of there. Get her out of there so she can keep making her way up to the Ant. Meanwhile, Sitake going into the police station. I do not believe Sitake bought any more burgers, if I was paying attention out of the corner of my eye. Correct me if I'm wrong. Could make a difference. Will most likely, depending on how, I just, from my own experiences, cops are not fun. They're jerks, but, not having a lot of burgers most likely will need to dip into some psychic points. First crushing chop misses for the first cop, so that's pretty good. Hitting pretty hard. Opting to hit the cop there, that was a little risky of a turn, because if he got a crushing chop, almost certainly going to pay for it on the next cop, but fortunately that did not happen. It was definitely a risky attack. Opting for the life up right away. Don't hate that. Nice damage on our first rocket on the Ant. It was in the 90s. I think it was 96 to be exact. The defense down, so we're gonna get both rockets out comfortably and still have some healing potentially. 104. That's coming back with a vengeance. All right, well, we don't have a life up, but that's not a big deal. So we're basically done. If she hits here, I was about to say the Ant's dead. Nice. Why couldn't that happen the first time? I have to make it so difficult. So I think they're separated by about 3-ish minutes. Yeah, why can't we all just kill Ant in 4 turns? This is gonna get dicey for Sitake, I think, because they're gonna have to probably dip really into their psychic points. Which isn't a big deal. It's not the end of the world. Captain Strong at the end of the fight does not have a lot of health. Ooh, good smash. Only 140, so if you only get there with one rock and it isn't the end of the road. Ooh, nice burger refresh. I think it's a 1 in 16 to drop that. Last cop. See how it goes. Opting to use a life up, so there will be only one rock in for Captain Strong. Not too bad. Probably wants to start the fight off with a heal just because we're only gonna have one rocket. But I don't know. You don't know. We'll see how they approach this fight. Definitely healed turn 1. I think that was the good call. But they do have a life up, so if they get kind of blasted here, I think that damage wall is what, like 64? So still have about 76 damage to go. 49's a strong hit, opting to use their life up. Good call. Strong did miss, but that could have been bad had they not healed. There we go. Strong down with a 28.56 Onet. Really strong race time for Onet. Just shy of 29 minutes. Des making her way down to the cops. Let's see how it can go. I think that Ant being a little nicer this time will help her make up some ground here. Does have the entire cop gauntlet to go, so let's not get ahead of ourselves, but hopefully maybe they could be nice. Yeah, sub 29, very nice race time for Sitake. As he makes his way down to Onet, or Tucson, while Des starts her cop journey. Full burgers, so, you know, Des should have enough resources to make it through, for sure. Cops being a jerk, though. Bunch of crushing chops in a row. Starting the fight with a hamburger, good call. Honestly, double burger, not a bad call either. And a miss, so that's pretty good. How about a smash somewhere? Not now, though. Yeah, we don't need it now. Sitake making their withdrawal, their money withdrawal, and death warp save. Des onto the second cop. Sad miss. Des opting for a life up. I don't hate that. I like that. You have 10 extra psychic points. Well, I mean, more than 10 extra psychic points. Nice little movement there by Sitake to draw in an enemy to dodge them instead of kind of walking back and fully despawning them. They look a hippie. Des on the last cop. The outspeed heal and a cop smash. What is this game? I said Des would have enough resources, and she most likely will, but jeez. Opting to go for the final hit instead of healing here. Don't think it was a bad call. As we're on to Captain Strong, can start the fight off with a the cop smash. That's something you don't want to see ever. You don't want to see anything smash except yourself. Opting to start Captain Strong with a life up. I like it. So let's see these rockin' hits. 95, that's pretty good. 74, that's plenty. Goodbye, Captain Strong. 32-16, so they are separated by about 3 minutes and 20 seconds at the moment. Still plenty of race left. Sitake making their way up to the pencil for the first time. So you don't need to actually see the pencil on your screen. You just need to hit the spot where the game will spawn it into memory. Not a bad idea to make sure you've done it though and see it. But technically you don't actually have to see it for it to be spawned into the game's memory. Des grabbing her poverty burger. Look, a butterfly. Yeah, both racers do need to refresh their magic. Oh, look at all those. Sitake thinking about it, but I think ultimately that was the right call. Hey, look, a butterfly. Sitake opting to chase that butterfly. I don't like doing that just because you never know what's up there. I have to go all the way back around. Not too bad. Probably could have cut up in front of the trees there if you wanted to. Meanwhile, Des taking out her money and making her save for the death warp. All right, Sitake making their way back through Sprout Cave. It not being nice so this time. There's really nothing you could do about it if they're just gonna keep spawning things right in the doorway like that. Sitake using a life up? I think they were already at full health. Should be fine to just walk past that Sprout, but they're opting to despawn it. PRV is a pain. There's a lot of areas where you could get pincered. There's a lot of like spawn plates. The enemies are nasty. This place is just not great. Little high five moment for the racers again as they pass each other at different points in time. Des making her way back to get the pencil eraser. Sitake starting their PRV journey. Kind of just gung-hoing into the corner there. A little risky. This is one of the bigger pincer spots, but fortunately for Sitake, nothing spawning. Sitake not opting to do any of the movement to avoid spawn triggers there, but fortunately nothing spawned. So, you know, it is faster to just go directly at it if nothing's going to be there. It's a pretty comfy PRV so far. The end can be quite a pain in the butt. Des grabbing a butterfly. But, you know, as it stands right now, there has been... Okay, there they are. I was like, there are no enemies here for Sitake. This is about as comfy as a PRV as you could get, as I commentator cursed them into oblivion. Yeah, the end is like this sometimes. Not too bad, though. Honestly, overall, pretty PRV for Sitake. Pretty PRV. Pretty good PRV for Sitake. Most of it was empty. Yeah, we've all absolutely lived and seen worse. Go Sitake buying their Holmes hat and Sandlot bat. If they want to buy some stuff from the guy next to them, they could buy a croissant if they wanted to. It wouldn't put them below $200. I don't know what kind of healing they have, but they're just going straight for the shack fight. So probably make a decision, grab some bananas if they need to, or egg on the way back if they need. Meanwhile, Des making her way into PRV, a nice sprout cave for her. I need to stop saying stuff. As I said that, I'm pretty sure I coded her game to put those sprouts there. Sitake about to start their shack fight. Nice, the little UFO on Dez's screen kind of taking itself out of the game by the way it moved. See, here's our first rock-in, call for help. Both failed, so that's pretty nice. So keep a high HP, possibly. Hit all three enemies. Unfortunately, no big enough damage to take one out. It is possible. They have 95 health, I think. Second one would have probably killed both of them. Hey, look, a cookie. Not terrible. Cookie is good for Carpainter, as we saw actually in the earlier race with Andy. Not a bad shack fight. Ooh, Des getting red swirled by a robot. Gonna try to run away. Gonna heal. Pretty rude Valley being pretty rude once again. Des getting away, not so bad. Sitake, I don't know if they saw that cultist or not. That was a little sketchy. But they entered the cultist lair. I did not notice if Sitake happened to grab any extra healing. I was paying attention to Des fighting the robot, unfortunately. But we'll see soon enough. I know they have the cookie, which is good. I'm assuming they have like a leftover burger or something, at the very least. Yeah, it's gonna get risky if... so they need to heal. If they miss this attack, it's spooky. I could have been mortal damage. That was scary. But through the fight. Risking it for the biscuit, as they say. Yeah, there's been a couple of times where if Ness happened to miss, that some of these racers would be in more trouble, but... Fortunately, okay, I did get some fresh eggs. I did miss that. Fortunately, making it through. It's the risk assessment you have to take. I like it. I like a little bit of risky sometimes. I think it's good. Nice reflect on the first one. Ooh, double reflect. And he's dead. Wow. Does have a lot of health, which isn't going to be amazing for the death warp, but I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that fighting Carpainter. 41:30-ish, around that. Pretty good time. Really good time, actually. Yeah, I know. That's one of those situations where it's like... It's kind of like why I like going into Carpainter with not full health. As long as you know you can mash the damage of getting hit, it's probably better to just heal, but... Yeah, you do what you do. It's definitely riskier to play it that way. Let's see how Dez's shack fight goes. Call for help immediately works, but not the end of the world because we're gonna be rocketing 2 times most likely. Ooh, one died. Didn't work on the crow, so basically everybody's still here. And it stole a burger from her. What a jerk. No more calls for help, so hopefully they all just die. 96. Didn't work on the crow again, but higher damage rolls. This crow is Man, stop, crow. And it stole another burger. That crow stole 2 burgers. What in God's name? What is happening? A tale of 2 games, or a tale of 2 different races right now, honestly. Sitake has Paula. So I was like, that's a little scary. That crow is pretty close, but good movement. Clean movement, get out of there. Meanwhile, Sitake on their way to their death warp. Dez using the pay what you want food stand. All right, Mole. Let's see it. Let's see it, pal. Ness does have a lot of health, so that is a really nice, strong hit to start. Ness flashing the ATM card. Classic Ness. Flaunting his money all over the place. Mole doing mole things and not attacking. Great enemy. Meanwhile, Dez starting her cultist fight in the cultist shack. Pretty easy. It's a decent amount of health too. A little bit of a level up as well. Good amount of health to go into Carpander. Don't need to heal or anything. Has 2 rock-ins. That could be something. Meanwhile, Sitake still trying to get killed by this mole. It finally happens. Death Warp successfully taking them back to Tucson. I don't believe they will need to take out any money. That seems to be the case. All right, Dez's car painter fight coming up. Ooh, a single reflect. Dez missed again. Basically recovered all of that HP, but I assume we're about to see 2 rock-ins here. Pretty decent average roll there. There we go. There's the reflect we wanted. Pretty good fight, and most likely will not get a big level up here. Yeah, good health. Good health for the Death Warp. Clean car painter. Everything else is probably the only thing you could say about this happy village for Dez so far. But she'll make her way to go get Paula and then do her Death Warp. Still kind of separated by about the same margins. Obviously depends on how fast this Death Warp is, but... Sitake making their way up to the theater. Avoiding the picture outside. We got to hear the song. We got to switch for the song. Whoa! Not what I wanted to grab. This. Come back to us, overlay. Pretty good death warp for Des there. I wasn't even paying attention. It's already over. So I think they're still separated by about 3 minutes. Ish. I know Sitake's death warp was sub 45 minutes. It was like 44 something. And Des finishing around 47 minutes. So we'll say about 3 minutes. For the sake of just saying, for yapping's sake. We'll see what kind of busser Sitake is. Up bus. I could get on board with up bus. Don't let me down, Sitake. Thank you. What do you know, Apple of Enlightenment? Grow up. The only left bus I respect is Turbo left bus. Obviously, we got to hear both. I didn't come here to hear one rendition of the Runaway 5 song. Whoa, fly attacking Sitake in the graveyard. Almost getting him, but nice movement. A lot of stuff going on in this graveyard. There's definitely flies up there. This is spooky. Yeah, I don't know. Yikes. Uh-oh. This is not good. Let's see what Sitake does here. I don't know if there is a good situation here regardless, but that trash guy got in the fight? Wait, I didn't even wait. I didn't even notice. Wow. Trying to run away? It's gonna be really hard to run away from the ghosts. They're very fast. Yeah. Can we get lucky? Whoa! We did get lucky. 1 HP Ness. Oh man. Graveyard be graveyarding though. That was probably not a very likely turn to run still. So real fortunate. You can see a little bit the path you take through the graveyard is kind of important. You can avoid some spawn triggers. If you take some more optimal line or more optimal pathing through there. I didn't see her get on the bus. What did she do? Des feels like a right busser. Yeah, I figured. You're one of the good ones. I like to make things very personal for no reason. And the bus is one of them. The bus, what side bus you take, and Pokepoles. As Des makes her way into the graveyard, Sitake is about to start their... Whoa. My phone volume was on. Sitake about to start their winter's extravaganza. Much nicer graveyard for Des. Yeah, get her. No problems here. Okay, dropping the broken spray can, save a little bit of dialogue in the tent. Before Tessie. Getting the Holmes hat and pop gun both need to be equipped. And here's Tony, the world's best stepping stool. Although I won't lie, Jeff has some ups there. Like, he cleared that gate easily. I'm not convinced that Jeff can't dunk. Des starting her winter's journey. Honestly, I think that graveyard probably helped bring back a little bit of time. Obviously, still separated by a decent margin, but double gruff goat is kind of not great. Okay, good. I was like, I was a little scared there. Winters is a pretty challenging area, so you never know. Can be quite the pain. Enemy stats Maxwell. Time wasting. Here we go. Discarding the broken spray can here will eliminate the text of Jeff fixing it into the defense spray. Here we go. All right, everybody, it's Tessie time. Get him out. Don't disappoint me, chat. We have exactly one job and one job only. If only Bubble Monkey wasn't there, this would be a great scene. Dez opting to fight the dog here. Nice one shot. Will we get a bread? Will we get bread? We will. A bread roll. A little bit of extra health. After the level up, a bread roll just in case. Honestly, we're probably just a little more excited to get like an extra bit of HP for, you know, the protoplasm, which Sitake is about to fight right now. Hitting for 11. It's a lot of damage. Jeff missing. Opting to heal. I see. Probably not a bad decision. They were most likely going to get hit. Yeesh, but then this happened. Still opting to fight it out. That first proto is dead. Bubble Monkey smash, but Jeff missed. Might be at a time where we could probably consider running. Okay, it's dead. All right, all right. A little treacherous, but not too much. Here we go, our second and final Tessie of the day for this race, at least. Thinking about it, thinking about trying to pull that duck, but kind of in a bad spot for it. If this duck is pretty angry, it could get a little spooky. Whew. That missed peck. I don't know if it could do 13 damage, but I feel like it can. But we left. Fortunately, we'll never know. And there's no way to find out. Going down here to grab a croissant, I think that is, right? Yep. I think it can. I think it can. So that was scary. A lot of scary little moments here for Sitake that they are dodging. Auto fighting this protoplasm as they did not get the skip. I love that. Bubble Monkey getting president from behind. Dez trying to go for the skip. Honestly, pretty close. Pretty close. See, Sitake trying to make his way through Pond Cave. The first spawn plate being the first spawn plate. Nothing on the second. Nothing on the third. Some stuff on the fourth here. Sitake opting to despawn rather than go for the stutters. There you go. Some little stutters at the end there. Nice empty first room. Sitake not the fan of risky stutters. Opting to be a little safer about it. Yeah, that mushroom's probably in a bad spot. Although, I don't know, if you're quick about it, you might just get it stuck on the wall, but you don't know what's on the other side. So probably better to despawn it. Meanwhile, Dez fighting the duck. That's a pretty annoying mushroom. These spawn plates not being super friendly for Sitake. It do be like that. Smartly fighting a single slug to avoid the despawn. All right, they're finally through. Dez not getting the final protoplasm skip either, unfortunately. Monkey, why? That monkey is just the worst. That's all I can say. But she's through, and honestly, this pond cave is giving Sitake some trouble with the plate. So if Dez could have a clean pond cave here, or even, I don't know, maybe stutter some stuff. This is close. There is a lot of time made up here. That pond cave was not nice. Dez gonna opt for the risky. I like it. Nice, yeah, wait for Bubble Monkey. He could still mess you up here. Meanwhile, last spawn plate of mushrooms up top. Sitake managing to get out pretty easily. Dez into the final room already. Ooh, that mushroom's gonna be a problem. There's not much you could do about that one, unfortunately. Of all of the things to spawn right in the way, it had to be a mushroom, right? Yeah, honestly, they're not like super far off from each other. It just kind of depends how bad this room is. And honestly, not too bad so far. Obviously, we got to get past the mushrooms at the top, but Dez has made up a lot of ground. It's a bit closer than it was. You never know. You never know. Boogie do be boogieing sometimes. Opting to skip the bottle rocket. You know what? Eating a cookie for good luck. Probably could get out of there. Yeah. Nice. Sky runnerin'. Sky running for Sitake. Hey, look, a bunch of towns we're not going to see. Cave boys, please. So Sitake will have like a nice lead going into Boogey. It isn't over until it's over. Honestly, it is a much closer than it was not too long ago. Boogey is everything. Everything can be a problem. There's ways to mitigate and hopefully not happen, but we'll just have to see. I think Dez having better graveyard experience and a slightly better Winter's experience has brought this back to a point where, you know, it's not over. It's not over yet. It's not over until Boogey is down and the honey is picked up. Boom! We have landed. And even if, you know, like, if things stay the way they are and Sitake does finish, the averages of these races could matter a lot. The average time here. There will be undoubtedly people tied with points, and it will probably come down to their averages, whether or not they advance into the brackets or not. Sitake grabbing that teddy bear, making their way down to Boogey Tent. A little puppet guy off to the right there, opting to not go, going to the left here. No enemies, so let's see it. What kind of boogie we getting today? Defend a BBR. Jeffrey, 405's decent damage. Throwing that last bottle rocket should get them there. 97 and a bottle rocket, and Boogie's done for. So Sitake will in fact take this race. With the time probably sub 110, but really consistent timings so far for Sitake. 2 110s already, most likely just shy of a 110 here. Very solid. Dez using that skip sandwich. We gotta move. Not grabbing the teddy bear, just trying to get the best time she can get. Sitake with an official time of 109.59. Talking to that dog, seeing what's up. GG's Sitake, very clean race, just shy of 110, well done. Let's see what Jeffrey can do here for us. 524, good damage. Should be all right if Ness is not an idiot. Yeah, there we go. GG's to Dez. Dez is probably gonna finish with about like a mid 111. Honestly, really great time for how obnoxious this game was. We do gotta get through our level ups here. Yeah, I mean, there's people who haven't died to Ant, mainly myself, that have not put up a time this fast yet. So GG's, Dez, you really pulled it back for the second half to get a good time here. Dez finishes with an official time of 1:11:21. Congratulations, GG's, it's a great time. We're probably gonna cut stream for a little bit here, but in just shy of 45 minutes, we'll have our final race of the day at 2 p.m. EDT between myself and Zakubi, me commentating this one, Zakubi commentating the last race. So go take a break, grab a snack, go do something else, and come back in about 40 minutes for the final race of this Saturday. Anyway, congratulations to the races again. Appreciate y'all. And we'll see you really soon. Oh wait, do we need to resolve the Gamba first before I cut stream? I don't want to ruin the Gamba. I don't think I have the abilities to resolve the Gamba. Let's see. Let's see if I can. Hanging out for a sec. No, I don't have permission. I don't have permission. I don't know if Airy or Temple can resolve the Gamba real quick, but... There it is. There it is. It's resolved. Congratulations, all of the Sitake truthers. Anyway, like I said, 40 minutes from now, next race, come back. Should be a good one because Zakubi's doing it, not because I'm there. Anyway, I'll talk to you very soon. Take it easy, everybody.